Hello, this is my tutorial on how to draw icons in your emblem editor. First I need to thank Orangeapples 787 for teaching me how to do this, and I want to thank NecroMagnus for basically providing the inspiration for making this video. Alright, so first we're going to go into the barracks, and we're going to go into my built icons, or emblems, excuse me. This you probably recognize as the box cover. So this is what I've been using for a little while. This other one was inspired by this magazine cover, which was a PC Gamer preview for Call of Duty. And I'm still working on getting it right. The shading is not in the right spot, and I've currently used up all 32 layers. So I'm gonna have to figure what can go. This is the missing file or missing image file icon. It's pretty hilarious. You can always do simple stuff like this. My Orangeapples 787 has already made Facebook, rubber duck, just hilarious icons. You can probably get a hold of him. I'll put a link to his channel below, and he might post what he's been working on. This icon was the first one I made just so I would have something there, not really inspired, just, you know, I was playing, what was that game, Assassin's Creed at the time. Oh, and this is the image I got from NecroMagnus. He drew it first, so I'm gonna have to credit him, but I saw this and I said to myself, why don't I have an awesome emblem? So that was when I decided that I need to go and find something iconic, something everyone would recognize. So I started working on this one. So as you can see, all 32 layers are used. We started with the head. There's actually a ski mask icon, and I just filled in the eyes with a regular block. And then to establish where the image's eyes actually were, we use this mask. And then there's a dark hourglass shadow over the face. And then we move on to his shoulder plates. So there are two straps here, and I added the lighting, and then the external shoulder pads also with lighting. And then just building the arm. This is actually the sergeant rank stripes. And then I just moved on to the under part of the arm where it's darker, and then I added the lighting effect for the top part of the arm. This brings us to the pistol. Yeah, just regular icon from the game, the trigger finger. And then you notice that in the box cover there's a dark spot right about there. Then we added the fingers for the hand, again sergeant stripes. And then we move on to the left arm. I mean, it's darker colors, and then that takes us to the knife, which you'll find at the bottom of the box art. That's actually the way I put the hand over it. And then I just added patching, and then the two light beams, which were done with triangles. Alright, this takes us to the work in progress. So it's pretty much the same image. All the pieces are there, head, shoulder plates, lighting. Lighting's a little different. I went a little larger patches because I needed more layers available. And this regular M27 from the box cover. The shading is going to change when I get closer to the final product. And these light beams, the magazine didn't have them, so they might actually go in the final version. Alright, in the missing file icon, you know, just regular triangles, all basic shapes, nothing fancy, bordered as much as possible, very vibrant, not even all layers. Skull and crossbones, I mean even simpler, almost no colors. And it's basically whatever large image I could get to match what I was looking for. This takes us to the girl. So this is the most complicated one. This one's actually built backwards, with the most front layer built first, and then we fill in all the way to the back. We're going to turn this transparent so you can see what's actually going on behind the hair. As you can see, it's not even a complete image, or excuse me, not even a complete figure. And then this shading, and then the other side of the hair, you turn transparent, yep. And then, well, now we're going to go build this image piece by piece, going front to back. So these are the circles for the eye, and then this is the eyelashes, the makeup. This is the eyebrow, and these are the curves that you see in her abdomen. Actually, I'm going to change the colors on these. These are all black right now. So let's give her a more natural look. Alright. And then we're going to, these won't be black lines anymore. Gotta pick the appropriate curve color. Oh, hang on. Okay, make sure you're working on the correct layer when you do this. Alright, so that's all the colors, and this is also going to help you see how this image is built. Alright, now this is an odd situation because these curves need to blend in, and this is the outline for the right shoulder, and we're going to change the color on this. There, now most of the curves are matching. Okay, this is the face. It's made of these two half circles. Trying to use a single circle, just couldn't get the forehead right, and it couldn't get the chin right. So it was done with two circles instead. This is the shading underneath the arm here. And we're going to change the outline of the chin here to the more natural color. Okay. So all those images are now blending properly. Okay, and that is the shoulder, the left shoulder, and this is the back hair. You can actually slide this image all the way in front of the body to the eyes and in front of the eyes, but that will actually mess up its order, so it belongs in the back. And this is the final piece of hair, and it just stays back there. Back to the shoulder, you can see that these are just large solid shapes. No outline needed because it contrasts to the background. So I just want to double check all the colors real quick. Okay, so onto the eyes. It's just a bunch of circles, quite literally. So this circle is actually the reflection, as eyes are usually reflective surfaces. That's how digital cameras can detect faces. And that just sits right there on top of the pupil, sitting on top of the iris. So if you can move this around, it'll change the way the perception of the light angle is on the image. So it can be lower, can be centered, but the more natural look is that it's based on where I currently have the shadows, it be on the center of the eye, or center of the face, excuse me. So these are the lips, half circles, and then this is the upper lip, and this is the teeth, and it sits between the two lips. So, and this is the nose. So you can see it. We're going to change the color a little bit, darken it, and then bring it back to regular opacity so it blends in properly. Okay. Very simple nose, very simple ear. No outline needed if it's going to contrast against the darker hair color. So, the ear, fairly simple. You don't really need the ear, and it just has to sit behind, this lock of hair that was placed here. That's the shading for the rest of the curves. And that is how you draw natural icons, or funny icons.